we're going to have to be vigilant on two different fronts. We're going to have to defend the truth about the human person, made in the image and likeness of God, created male and female, created for marriage. We're also going to have to defend our freedom to live according to those truths.
Dr. Ryan Anderson, president of the Ethics and Public Policy Center and member of the White House Religious Liberty Commission, speaking at this year's Issues Etc. Making the Case conference.
Over and over again, we're going to see that we have to form the next generation of our students, of our children, our grandchildren to believe the truth, while also defending our freedom to live it out. And then the long game is reforming our civil laws to reflect the truth.
You can watch Ryan Anderson's presentation, Making the Case for Social Conservatism, from the 2026 Issues Etc. Making the Case conference. For a donation of $250 by Labor Day, we'll send you a link to watch an on-demand video stream and download audio recordings. Order online at issuesetc.org.
I think the fate of Christianity in Europe should be very, very sobering for Christians in America and make them realize that nothing can be taken for granted at this point.
What you actually can affirm for your child is you are baptized. You don't need to be defined by this gender dysphoria that's nagging at you and trying to get you to carve up your body and make all these changes. You are actually defined by what God says.
Union with the flesh of Jesus. There is nothing greater than that. And American evangelicalism cannot say that. It's a disembodied Christ. There's no Jesus in the water, Jesus in the Word, Jesus in your ear, Jesus in your mouth.
All of the Lutherans from the very beginning to the very end teach not only that good works are to be done, but even the necessity of good works.
Grocery clerks in Tennessee love listening to Issues Etc.
We have talked a lot lately about the abortion pill, chemical abortion, and telehealth abortion, where people can procure abortion pills for themselves or someone else without even consulting a doctor face-to-face or an examination. What you may not be aware of is that in some cases, the abortion pill can be reversed if one acts quickly. A California outfit is attempting to prevent pro-life organizations from promoting abortion pill reversal. Greetings and welcome to Issues Etc. live on this Friday afternoon, July the 17th. I'm Todd Wilkin. Thanks for tuning us in. Dr. Michael New will bring us up to date on California v. Real Options. Then Pastor Jonathan Conner will be alongside for part 58 of our series Kids Have Questions. Benjamin Mays joins us. He's author of the Issues Etc. Book of the Month for July, Divorce and Remarriage. Part 6 of our series with him on remarriage, answering your questions and comments. Then Pastor Ted Gies will review the movie, The Odyssey. It's a big blockbuster. We'll see what he thinks about the way it tells that ancient story. Nanso Mogor joins us in the final segment to talk about artificial intelligence. Dr. Michael New is visiting assistant professor of social research and political science at the Catholic University of America. He's senior associate scholar at the Charlotte Lozier Institute, Page Comstock Cunningham Fellow with Americans United for Life, and a columnist for National Review Online. Dr. New, welcome back.
Thanks for having me. Much appreciated.
Tell us about this case, California v. Real Options.
Sure. The state of California is right now involved in litigation trying to stop pro-life pregnancy help centers from advertising abortion pill reversal. And abortion pill reversal is after a woman takes the first abortion pill, mifepristone. If she acts quickly and gets a dose of progesterone, there's a good chance she can save her pregnancy and carry it to term. The state of California is trying to stop pro-life pregnancy centers from advertising this. They're saying it violates false advertising laws, and they're trying to fine pro-life pregnancy centers $20 million.
What is the latest in this case?
So the latest is that the trial has started. The state of California has called some of their experts. The Real Options is being represented by the Thomas More Legal Society, who defends a lot of pro-lifers. They have called some experts, including me. So testimony is ongoing, and it's going to probably conclude at the end of the month.
So you mentioned you testified as an expert witness in the case. What did you say?
Yeah, as an expert witness, I reviewed the studies that looked at abortion pill reversal. And I came across at least 5 studies that have been done. And they all show that it's fairly likely if the woman goes through the abortion pill reversal regimen, she's very likely to carry that pregnancy to term. We see success rates in the 60% range, in some cases as high as 70%. I also testified there's no strong evidence that abortion pill reversal increases the likelihood of birth defects, and there's no strong evidence that it's actually harmful to the health of pregnant women in any way.
You say that other expert witnesses in the case refused to say that abortion pill reversal doesn't work or is unsafe. What does that tell you?
Well, what it tells me is that they don't have a very strong argument. The other side's witnesses have argued that in some cases, mifepristone does not work and by itself does not result in an abortion. And there are women who've taken mifepristone who have carried to term. And that is true, but the chances of a safe baby, a live birth, are much, much better with the abortion pill reversal regimen. So they're being pretty dodgy and evasive here. They don't have a strong case. They're trying to cast doubt on some of the studies we've had. But we've had good, solid studies. We have personal anecdotes. We have a strong case. So, again, the other side's experts, I don't think, are scoring a lot of points right now.
So tell us a little bit more about those studies and the academic research. What does it say about abortion pill reversal?
Well, there's 5 studies that just tracked women who were pregnant, obtained a chemical abortion, took the first pill, mifepristone, decided that they want to carry the pregnancy to term, contacted a hotline run by a pro-life pregnancy help center, consulted with a physician. The physician gave them a dose of progesterone, which kind of weakened the impact of mifepristone. And progesterone is used for a lot of causes. That if women have pregnancies that are troubling or problematic, progesterone is often diagnosed. It's not controversial. And they've just tracked these women. And, in a pretty high percentage of cases, about 60%, women do carry a healthy pregnancy to term. And, I was pretty rigorous with how I looked at this data. Some women, we lost track of. They respond to phone calls or emails. And even if you assumed that everyone we lost track of did not carry a pregnancy to term, the success rate was still approaching 50%. So, again, there's good research showing that abortion pill reversal does improve the likelihood a woman will carry a healthy pregnancy to term.
You also mentioned anecdotal evidence. Do we have stories of women who have undergone abortion pill reversal?
Yeah, absolutely. There's at least 3 women who will be testifying during the trial this month. One woman has a story that's very poignant. She was pregnant. Her partner did not want her to have a baby, so he snuck an abortion pill either into her food or into a drink. She realized what happened. She consulted the physician, went through the abortion pill reversal regimen, and did carry a healthy pregnancy to term. So I think that's a very poignant story that saved her child's life, and I think that these stories will be persuasive to the judge.
At some point, should the FDA require that telehealth abortion providers be required to provide information on abortion pill reversal?
I think so. And I think not just telehealth abortion providers, but anybody providing a chemical abortion, whether it's in person or through telehealth, they need to say if you have second thoughts and you've taken the first pill, you can't call a hotline. You can't consult with a medical professional. They'll put you on this regimen. There's no guarantee of success. Taking that first pill does place your unborn child at risk. But if you do have a change of heart, there is a regimen you can follow that will improve the likelihood you'll carry to term. So sure, I think that anybody prescribing chemical abortion should tell the women about the possibility of abortion pill reversal.
Dr. Michael New is visiting assistant professor of social research and political science at the Catholic University of America. He's senior associate scholar at the Charlotte Lozier Institute, Page Comstock Cunningham Fellow with Americans United for Life, and a columnist for National Review Online. You'll find a link to his columns on the Talk On Demand archives page at issuesetc.org. Dr. New, thanks.
Thanks for having me. Much appreciated.
We will talk with Pastor Jonathan Connor in part 58 of our series Kids Have Questions after the break.
It's also a confirmation of what the church has proclaimed for millennia, that we are not made to be alone, but we are made for covenant.
Sociologist Dr. Brad Wilcox speaking at this year's Issues Etc. Making the Case conference.
So give today's young men and women the truth that they deserve. Pursue marriage, pursue it with intention, and pursue it in your 20s when the window is widest and the possibilities most open. The road ahead, of course, is not easy, but it leads somewhere worth going, and you, 20-somethings here, were made for this journey.
You can watch and listen to Dr. Brad Wilcox making the case for 20-something marriage from the 2026 Making the Case Conference. For a $250 gift by Labor Day, we'll send you a link to video and audio recordings of the entire conference. Learn more at issuesetc.org.
Where Christianity meets culture, you're listening to Issues, Etc.
The church's music from the 20th century. The 17th century. The 11th century. The 8th century. The 4th century. The best of the church's music from the past 2,000 years. LutheranPublicRadio.org.